Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Srila Gurudev Gurudev Srila Gurudev Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivrajacharya Ashkodasar Srimad Srila Abhaya Charnaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrind Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Nitai Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai. So today we'll be reading from Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Status Quo, Chapter 18, The Battle Between Lord Boar and Hiranyaksha. Today we'll be doing text number 6. So we'll all do Mangal Charan. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vangsha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayat Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamam Mande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Text 6. Satudyamano ridurukta tomarer satudhyamanoridurukta tomarer damshragragam gam upalakshya bhitam stragagam gam bhitam todam rishan bumadhyat todam rishan graha hatasa karenuryatebdha grahasa satudhyamanoridurukta tomrer satudhyamanoridurukta tomrer damshragragam gam upalakshya bhitam agragam gam upalakshya todam rishan bumadhyat todam rishan graha hatasa karaniruyatebha hasa Vaishnavas. Satudhyamanoridurukta tomrer damshragragam gam upalakshya bhitam todam rishan niragadam bumadhyad graha hatasa karenuryatebha satudhyamanoridurukta tomrer damshragragam gam upalakshya bhitam todam rishan niragadam bumadhyam graha hatasa karenuryatebha. Satudhyamanoridurukta tomrer damshragragam gam upalakshya bhitam todam rishan niragat ambumadhyan graha hatasa karaniruyatebha. Word for word. Saha he tudhyamana being pained ari of the enemy durukta by the abusive words tomare by the weapons damshra agra on the ends of his tusks Gam, situated. Gam, the earth. Upalakshya, seeing. Bhitam, frightened. Todham, the pain. Mrishan, bearing. Niraga, he came out. Ambumadhyad, from the midst of the water. Graha, by a crocodile. Ahataha, attacked. Sakarenum, along with the she-elephant. Yatha, as. Ebaha, an elephant. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnarvrind, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Although the Lord was pained by the shaft-like abusive words of the demon, He bore the pain. But seeing that the earth on the ends of his tusks was frightened, He rose out of the water just as an elephant emerges with his female companion when assailed by an alligator. Purport. The Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand that the Lord has feelings. The Lord is satisfied if someone offers Him a nice prayer, and similarly, if someone decries His existence or calls Him by ill names, God is dissatisfied. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is decried by the Mayavadi philosophers, who are almost demons. They say that God has no head, no form, no existence, and no legs, hands, or other bodily limbs. In other words, they say that He is dead or lame. All these misconceptions of the Supreme Lord are a source of dissatisfaction to Him. He is never pleased with such atheistic descriptions. In this case, although the Lord felt sorrow from the piercing words of the demon, He delivered the earth for the satisfaction of the demigods, who are ever His devotees. The conclusion is that God is as sentient as we are. He is satisfied by our prayers and dissatisfied by our harsh words against Him. In order to give protection to His devotees, He is always ready to tolerate insulting words from the atheists. Jai. So here Srila Prabhupada is bringing out a very intriguing concept, and so it's something we will spend some time discussing. So the first line of the shloka is Sa tudhyamanori duruktra tomrer. It means that the abusive words of the demons hurt Krishna. Now in this part we will start seeing different people, coming up with different opinions, and here Srila Prabhupada gives the opinion of the Mayavads. They say, oh, Krishna was hurt? He was hurt. He must not be God. If you get hurt, how can you be God? Because God is omnipotent. He's omnipresent. He's omniscient. He doesn't feel pain. Right? When you're sitting here and thinking, God, you're dead, you're speaking words like this, how can He feel pain? He's omnipotent. He's omnipresent. He's omniscient. He's the omni. So these are your standard theistic presentations. And then the Mayavads come with with that view and say, oh, here God is feeling pain. Tudhyamana. Mana means when you give respect. Apamana means when you don't give respect. Tubhyamana is when the whatever you gave is hurting. Whatever you gave is hurting. Right? So when the doctor, he brings the injection towards you, he is giving you antidote, but tubhyamana is giving pain. But it's the antidote. It's an antidote. It's coming, he's going to pierce it in and push it down. Tubhyamana, oh, it's giving pain. So that's tubhyamana. Right? So it's giving great pain to Krishna to hear these words, harsh words. Right? So today we'll spend some time in exploring this idea. So first thing we understand from a tattva. So remember, there are two concepts. Right? We will discuss in two concepts. There is tattva, which means this is the philosophical truth. And there is rasa, then there is the relative truth. It means truth in relationship. Are you understanding the two things? There is truth in fact, and then there is truth in relationship. There are two concepts, tattva and rasa. Mayavadis will think, oh, devotees are too much into rasa, they have no taste. They are fools. Right? And then the tattvavadis, right? The Mayavadis look at tattvavadis. Tattvavadis are, Madhva Sampradaya, tattvavadi. They say, oh, they're too much into philosophy, they don't know how to function. So, so they are against the tattva and you are against the rasa. And most of us are like that. So what we'll describe today is we'll describe the tattva and the rasa. Now in the tattva state, Krishna is in everything. He in Shankarshana, the form of Shankarshana, He is this material manifestation. This space, this time varying space is Sankarshan. He is gravity. All the dark matter, dark energy that you learn in science, that is Shankarshan. He is that. Right? He is space. Then, in the space, we get desires. Then that is Pradyumna. That form is Pradyumna. Krishna in the form of Pradyumna takes on all these desires. Right? We were discussing yesterday in the university. When there is a field, desires come. Right now you are in the temples and you are thinking, okay, here my desires are, I will see Gopinath and I will get Prasadam. That's the desire. Now, whether you get to see Gopinath and whether you get Prasadam is a timing. It's a concept of timing, right? But at least the field is there, and so that is the expectation. Are you understanding? Because Sankarshana is there, this is the Pradyumna. Oh, I will meet devotees, I will hear nice kirtan, I will see Radha Gopinath, I will get good Prasadam. This is general expectation. Are you understanding? This is Pradyumna. Means if there is a field, there is desire. Now whether you get the desire, that is Aniruddha. That's a different concept, right? So we will get to that. But there is a field, that is Sankarshan. When there is a field, immediately you get desire, that is Pradyumna. Right? Then, when there is desire, then there is application. So you will come to the temple, you will dance in the kirtan, you will stand in front of Gopinath with folded hands. You will meet devotees and say, Hare Krishna Prabhu, long time no see. And then you will stand in the Prasadam line with the Prasadam plate, or you will serve Prasadam. Either or. Either or, right? But the idea there is, that is all Vasudev. That is application. Now you are applying, that is Vasudev, the principle. And then finally, from all of that, there is goal. You come at, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, Radha Gopinath's curtains are closed. Right? So, field was there, desire was there, but you didn't get the result. You did Sankarshan, you did Pradyumna, you did Vasudev. You did all three, but Aniruddha you couldn't get. You couldn't get the goal. These things happen. Right? And so the reason why we are presenting this is that the formation is Shankarshana becomes Karnodakshayi Vishnu. Pradyumna becomes Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. So now the universe is formed. In the universe, Garbhodaksha shall come. Okay, all the desires take form. Okay? Then, in Paramatma feature, that is Vasudev. In every atom Krishna takes part. He goes into every atom. There is this term Vyakta and Avyakta. You've heard this term? Avyakta is the unmanifested form. Pradhana is called Avyakta. The question is, what makes the unmanifested manifest? Who makes it? Who is the Vyakta? Who is the Vyakti? Who is the Vyakti that makes it Vyakta? Who? Paramatma, not us. We don't make this Vyakta. We are the users of the Vyakta. Are you understanding? We use the Vyakta. We use a tree, cut down the tree, and from the tree we made this table. Are you understanding? We mined the earth, we took out the metal, we ored the, heated the metal, and now we form this mic stand. So we are using the Vyakta. But then who is the Vyakti? Who is that, that primal personality? That is Paramatma. He is the one that is giving these atoms strength so that it can hold in this shape. Right? That is Paramatma. When science is coming up with the answer of fabrication and metallurgical science, some of you would have studied material science, and they talk about how atoms come in hex form and all these various formation, quadra, right? All of that stuff, all of that, they are learning Paramatma, how Paramatma gives Vyakta, gives form. That's what we are learning. That is what our education is. We are learning Paramatma feature. So that's Vasudev. And finally, the goal of everything is Aniruddha. And so Aniruddha comes as Shirodakshayi Vishnu. Right? So these are now the formation. Now, what you start seeing is, so in Tattva, everything is Krishna. So Hiranyaksha, he's standing there with a body. Guess who's giving strength to that body? Hiranyaksha? Is he? No. Krishna is giving strength. He's carrying his club. That's Hiranyaksha, the one in blue. He's carrying his club. Right? Who's giving strength to that club? That formation of that club. Who's giving that strength? Krishna. Now he is flying in space. Right? They are flying in space and fighting. In space. Who is giving that weight in space? For you to fly, like we are walking here on this earth. Right? So how do we walk? We put our foot on something solid. So we can fly. Now they are flying in space. What does that mean? That they are able to dance on some weight. This is what dark matter is. Dark energy and dark mass is. So dark matter means there is weight in this earth. So science understands this much. There is weight. That's why, these planets are flying, because there is weight. Right? So if there is weight, who is giving that weight? Shankarshan. So everything is Krishna. Right? Everything function. Now that sound vibration, that is Krishna. So everything is Krishna. So in Tattva we understand everything belongs to Krishna. So we first understand the principle of Atma Rama. So Krishna is Atma Rama, means he is self-satisfied. Krishna is completely self-satisfied. That means nothing can hurt him and nothing can give him pleasure. He is Atma Rama. He is self-satisfied. Okay, so this is Tattva. Right? So in Tattva, this is the point. But now in Rasa, Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. He is Rasa Vigraha. What does that mean? So then in relationship, all the taste you get, the pain, the pleasure, the jealousy, the distraction, all of that is coming from Krishna. In Vrindavan you will go, there is a place called Manas Sarovara. So that place, the story goes that Radharani felt very bad. Mana. You hear the word mana? Tudhya mana. The word Tudhya mana. So there's this Manas Sarovara. She felt very bad, so she went and she hid. It's a long story, so we'll not go to the story. But the idea is there, then to satisfy her and then to showcase that mood of Radharani, Manasa Sarovara takes form. It's near Mathura side, Manas Sarovara, on the other side on the eastern side of Yamuna, you'll see Manasa Sarovara. So in that Manasa Sarovara, you get to see that mood of being pained, Tudhyamana. She also felt bad. Radharani felt very bad. Oh, Krishna is with what's her name? Chandravali. So he's with Chandravali, so she felt very bad, and then she's going. So this Tudhyamana. So where is this pain coming from? Where is this original jealousy coming from? From Krishna. So in Rasa, although in Tattva we understand Krishna is Atma Rama, nothing can disturb him. Nothing can give him pleasure, nothing can give him pain. He is Atma Rama. But in Rasa, we will get to see everything that gives Krishna pain, everything that gives Krishna pleasure. Are you noticing? So that is why Lord Chaitanya came. Now what happened was, this is a fight that was happening all across the philosophies, across, Advaita philosophy, Vishishta Advaita philosophy, Vishuddha Dvaita, Dvaita Advaita, Dvaita Dvaita, all of them, Shunyavad, they were all having this major fight. No, Lord Chaitanya comes and says, Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. So that Bheda Bhed, that is Rasa. That is the taste. That simultaneously Krishna is Atma Rama, but simultaneously he is feeling the Rasa. Are you understanding? Both are happening at the same time. Why? So, at the form of Tattva, Krishna is giving strength to Hiranyaksh to say those words. Say. In the form of Tattva. Because he is Atma Rama, say what you like. Right? At the form of Tattva, he's giving that strength to Hiranyaksh. But then in the form of Rasa, he's feeling very bad. Oh, you spoke like this to me. So this is Krishna's interaction with us. This is how Krishna is interacting with us. So Krishna is always Bheda Bheda. So we are standing in front of Radha Gopinath saying, Dear Radha Gopinath, that devotee shouted at me. Why he shouted at me? I'm such a nice devotee. Krishna, your devotees are very bad. But what we don't understand is that Krishna's 4 qualities, the extra 4 qualities over Narayan, one of those qualities is the devotees of Krishna. They are one of his qualities. They are one of his distinguishing qualities. Interesting, isn't it? What distinguishes Krishna from Narayan or from Vishnu? The fact, one of them is his devotees. Prema, Rasa. Madhurya Rasa, Venu Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, then Prema Madhuri. So Prema Madhuri is actually the devotees. We are the rasas of Krishna. We are that Madhuri, we are that special quality of Krishna. Right? But then we are sitting and sometimes complaining, oh, devotees this, devotees that. So we have to understand that hurts Krishna. It hurts him. But then the point comes down, if everything is Krishna, what is ours? What is ours? Those words. This vacha, this is ours. Right? And so Hiranyaksh uses these words to hurt Krishna. And we do it many times. We do it many times. Right? Many times. Many times I get angry with Krishna. I say, Krishna, I'm not going to talk to you today. And go off. Not recognizing that Krishna, right? When we try to understand this, when a person is fully conscious, it hurts the most. Imagine you are in the hospital bed and you're unconscious. The doctor comes and gives you an injection. Does it hurt? No. You're unconscious. But if you're conscious, you'll start thinking, okay, he's coming. I can see in the plate the injection. Oh, he's picked the injection up. Oh, the needle is so big. You see, because you're conscious, you can interact with what you can see. Now, Krishna, he is the most conscious. So if he is the most conscious, he is the most sensitive. Are you understanding? He is the most sensitive. So, since he is the most sensitive, the words we use will hurt Krishna. Will hurt him. He is the most sensitive. So, Tubhyamana. So that is how we understand how Krishna, at the same time he is Atma Rama, and at the same time he is Rasa Vigraha. You see both at the same time. Right? So when Krishna is dealing personally, he is Rasa Vigraha. When you're dealing with the material manifestation, he is Atma Rama. Now do you know why in that shloka Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that, my dear Arjuna, I am partial to no one. I am equal to everybody. So that is the Atma Rama principle. That is the Tattva. That is Atma Rama principle. But then immediately, first two lines he'll say. Next line, what he'll say? But the devotees are very dear to me. Immediately. First he makes the point. Arjuna, here, I'm partial to no one. Right? Everybody, I'm equal to everyone. So he makes this point and then immediately, but to the devotees, I really like the devotees. I find very nice. So in Tattva, he's saying something that this is a fact. But then in Rasa, he's saying, no, actually, I really like the devotees. So this is how we understand Krishna. Right? So if you're going to deal with the material manifestation, you're going to step out and say, I'm going to make $1 million. You're dealing with Atma Rama Krishna. Your karma, your hard work, whatever is the result, you will get. Atma Rama Krishna. You're sitting here in the temple, you're chanting your rounds, you're smiling. This is Rasa Krishna. Now you're dealing with other. We had one devotee here, Rasa Krishna. He was a pujari, Rasa Krishna Prabhu. So then you're with Rasa Krishna. Right? So then you'll start seeing these various aspects. And when you start visualizing this, you can understand Krishna in his fullest form. And so this is Lord Chaitanya's blessings for us. That we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas can clearly understand this. Because if you were to ask this to a Tattvavadi, that why Krishna is feeling bad, oh, that is just Leela. No, it is not just Leela. This is happening right now. It's not just Leela. It is the only thing which is Leela. So, Tattva is not the great. Leela is the greatness. Because there is interaction there. This is a relation truth. So in relation, that truth exists. So then in Rasa, Mother Yashoda, people are coming to Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, Krishna killed all these demons? What is Krishna saying? No. Sorry, Nanda Maharaj is saying, no. He's just my son. Don't worry, Narayan was doing all that. That was all Narayan. So he's always pointing all of these extraordinary things that happen in Vrindavan to the Tattva. Who's the Tattva? Narayan. Oh, Narayan is the Tattva? Yeah, it's all because of Narayan. Krishna is a little baby. What can he do? Then finally Govardhan happens. 7 days he lifted the mountain. Then afterwards they say, Nanda Maharaj, what you were saying all that time? Narayan. In front of us he lifted Govardhan for 7 days. Then that was the only time. It's even in Krishna book that Nanda Maharaj says, yeah, actually Garga Muni said that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, yes, that is true. So that's the one time where they broke from Rasa. The one time they broke from Rasa and they said, yeah, okay, yes, the Tattva is this. But then immediately, but he is the life of Vrindavan. Let's go take care of Krishna. And then just give up. You notice it? So it's not like they don't understand Tattva. Like if you put it blatantly in front of them, they'll accept it. Okay, fine. Yeah, all right, he is Supreme Personality of God. But then the Rasa overtakes the Tattva. Right? So this is Vrindavan mood. This is the mood Lord Chaitanya is giving us. Otherwise, we get Vaikuntha mood. Standard Vaishnava, Vaikuntha mood. Meaning, Tattva is the highest, little bit Leela. But Tattva is the highest. Right? So that is Vaikuntha mood. But we are getting Vrindavan mood. Leela is the highest, the Tattva, okay, alright. We're not saying Tattva doesn't exist. It's not like we're not saying Tattva doesn't exist. But that's not, like, they avoid it at all costs, they avoid it. There's no, you'll very rarely see them admit it. There are, in Krishna book, there are some scenarios where they admit, some very rare scenarios they admit it, but generally Krishna is our friend, Krishna is our master, Krishna is, our son, Krishna is our lover. So, they have all of these moods, and that's the mood they keep. And this is true even for the Shanta Rasis. I just want to make this point. In Vrindavan, the Shanta Rasis have the same mood. The Shanta Rasis, for them, Leela is the highest. So if you see Sukadev Goswami, he's speaking, right? He's Shanta Rasa. But look at what he's giving. He's giving us Rasamalayam, Bhagavatam. So this is coming from the person in Shanta. So this is the mood of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, even the Shanta Rasis are into Rasa. Right? So here, when we are saying Satudya Mano Ri Durukta Tomrer, that the words of Hiranyaksha are hurting Krishna. When we are seeing that, right, we can understand, oh, this is Rasa. Because standing in front of Hiranyaksha is Lord Varadev. So he is standing there in the form of Bhagavan. So there means he is standing in front of you. He's there, yes, let's deal. And so in that mood, if we are not careful, if our vacha is not good, then there is problem. Right? So then, Krishna will dislike. He'll hurt him. So that is why Lord Chaitanya then says that therefore our vacha should only be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now, the reason why he's saying this, he's saying because if the only thing you have is vacha, and Hiranyaksha is realizing that's the only thing I have, so let me use hard words on Krishna. Let me give him harsh words. So what we're saying, no, you give words of love. So this is Lord Chaitanya's presentation, right? So then we'll go to the rest of the shloka. So I wanted to focus on this main point because this is interesting for us to understand, this rasa and tattva. Once we understand this, we'll start understanding all these leelas in a very different mood. We may be thinking, how can, like when Krishna arrives and Salya is, up in the sky, right? And he's saying, look, your father, and he chops the head off and he throws the head of Vasudeva. It's all illusion. But then Lord Krishna feels very bad. Oh, he cut this, head of my father. Krishna, then you may be thinking, how come Krishna feel bad? Again, Srila Prabhupada explains this point there. He emphasizes on rasa and tattva there. So Srila Prabhupada will continuously bring this point out. And that's when the purport, he's bringing out this idea that yes, Krishna he has feelings. He is the one who with the most feelings. Right? So is it? Where's that line he uses? In case of... Yeah. The conclusion is that God is as sentient as we are. Just like we are sentimental, right? He is the original sentimentalist. You don't get a bigger sentimentalist than Krishna. If you read, some of the books of our acharyas, Lalita Madhava or Gopal Champu, you'll get to see the sentimentality of Krishna. How in Gopal Champu, very nicely it is explained, and even in Lalita Madhava, that when Krishna and Balaram, they leave Vrindavan, right, and they go to Dwaraka and Mathura, how every night Krishna and Balaram will discuss, right, about this Krishna Leela. And how Rohini was she was the one who used to traverse. They used to sometimes send Rohini, Mother Rohini to, go. Because just like Krishna and Balaram who came from Vrindavan to Mathura and Dwaraka, we have Mother Rohini also who does that. So it is that mood of Mother Rohini when she is describing the glories of Krishna that we get Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Right? Today is Rath Yatra. Today is their opening. Right? So that is the mood in which Krishna takes that form. Look at his Rasa Vigraha. He takes the form of a baby. Why? Simply listening the words of his devotees, you can change the form of Krishna. Can you understand with the power of words? This is Rasa. We are trying to speak rasa. Here, of course, Hiranyaksha is using a different form of his words. He's using words to antagonize Krishna. But the same words, when they are spoken so nicely, you get the form of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Are you understanding? Same. Nothing has changed. It's just same situation, the same personality, the same rasa. But now you get Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. So much so that they come out of their altar today. You'll go in, today you'll see live feedback in Orissa and all. They'll have beautiful Rath Yatra. They will come out dancing. I don't know if you've seen them dancing on the pillows. They do all of that, beautiful peacock behind them. I don't know if you have seen. It's amazing. It's amazing. When you watch, you're like, what's going on here? If you feel so amazing, and they're huge. They're not small deities, they're huge. Huge. And then they put the deities on top. And they've got Krishna, they've got rope around him. They've roped him up. Why? He'll run away. They've roped him, So this form of Jagannath Baladev, this is Rasa Vigraha. So these are the words, just like Hiranyaksha is using, we can see Rohini, when she uses those words, because she is that bridge. Rohini is the bridge. And this Gopal Shampu and in Lalita Madhav also this point is made, that Rohini is that bridge. She is able to traverse very easily between Mathura and Vrindavan. Very easily she is able to traverse. Right? So she is that bridge. So then there is great value there. Right? And so she is then telling the Brajavasis, she's telling the Dwarakavasis, what happened in Vrindavan. Although they are Dwarakavasis, although they have a different rasa, they get to hear the Adi rasa. Adi meaning the original, the OG. Nowadays it's very big, this word, OG. The original gangster, OG. OG. Right, the original, OG. So Krishna is the OG. The original gang. So she's listening about how he is with Madhumangal, he is with Sridhar, he is with Sudham. So they're listening, how he is with the gopis, how he is with his mother. They're listening and thinking, wow. Why are they so amazed? None of them got to see this form of Krishna. None of them. Devaki and Vasudev didn't get to see it. The Rukmini and the 16,108 queens didn't get to see it. None of them got to see this form. But they are hearing, really? And then Krishna is listening and he's thinking, wow, this is so nice. Boom, immediately into his youthful form. Right? He goes into his baby form again. And he says, let me play again. Right? Because with baby, whenever you see a child, I have my 1.5-year-old, she's a little sick right now. So she's crying, she's crumbling, you just have to hold the kid now. I am the provider. You take the form of I am the provider, I have to take care of the child. So in this form of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, we feel that no, we should do something. They are sick, we should do something. Yes, they're sick, no, we should do something. Now they're here, we should do something. That is the mood that creates Sankirtan Jagya. It is in that mood that Lord Chaitanya takes shelter of Jagannath Puri. You understand why he takes shelter of Jagannath Puri? That's the reason he takes shelter. Because there you see this, Krishna going back into his Vrindavan form. Right? The reverse. Krishna, who's in Aishwarya Bhava. This is Krishna in Aishwarya Bhava. Right? Getting melted by Madhurya Rasa. That is Jagannath. You understand it? Krishna in Aishwarya Bhava getting melted into Madhurya Rasa. So that is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. So today in this Rath Yatra, that is what we realize, that in that melting into Madhurya, he then goes to Gundicha. He goes to Vrindavan. Right? So giving up the Aishwarya. We also have to give up the Aishwarya. Krishna himself has given it up. He himself has given up the Aishwarya and is sitting in Vrindavan as a cowherder. We also need to give up this Aishwarya. This material world, my money, my bank account, we have to give it up. But it's very hard, isn't it? Very hard to give up your bank account. Very hard. Bank account? Now I can give that up. I'll give everything else. Bank account. I need it. What if you kick me out? What if you kick me out? Then I need my money or not? Who can trust you? Look at you. You think I'll trust you? No, I need my money. Right? But we have to give up that Aishwarya. That is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, is Krishna giving up that Aishwarya. He's giving it up. I don't want this Aishwarya. Right? If Krishna can give it up, we can too. Right? We can too. So this is something we learn. Right? We don't have time. I wanted to go through the others, but we don't have time. It's already 8:45. We don't have time to go through the rest of it, but the rest of the shloka is also very beautiful. The rest of the lines of the shloka are very beautiful. But really, this is a very important point. As long as we get this rasa and tattva, how Krishna can feel pain, but at the same time, he's, self-satisfied. All of these contradictions, when you start understanding, all of the contradictions are actually in Krishna. That's why he's achintya bheda bheda tattva. That is the rasa tattva. That Lord Chaitanya presents. So we will end here. 8:45. Devotees want to share something? Yes?
It's actually interesting that I heard that Varaha and Hiranyakashipu,
Hiranyaksha, yeah.
For thousands of years in the water.
Yeah.
Like even I heard that Jambavan also fought with Krishna for several days or
Yes.
months.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's
Vali, that monkey, Vali, he headlocked Ravana only for 1,000 years. Just headlock Ravana. Headlocked him for 1,000 years. Just headlock, just held him 1,000 years. Ravana is punching him in. Finally, he quits. He says, okay, Vali, you're a strong boy. So that's why when, the monkeys come, Vibhishan reminds him, you remember? You remember when he tried to fight with Vali? Whole army has come now. And Ravana is getting angry. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, these things, this time span is very big. And it's said that Rasa Leela is one night of Brahma. So 1,000 yugas. It's very, very long. Yeah. Yeah, very, very long. Yes.
It's also interesting you mentioned about Atom and Paramatma.
Yeah.
I thought it's actually Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're implying?
No, Karanodakshaya Vishnu is space. He is ego. Karanodakshaya Vishnu is ego.
So the Karanodakshaya comes and stays as Paramatma in the...
No, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is Paramatma of the universe. So, Karanodakshaya Vishnu is the Paramatma of the manifestation. The Mahavishnu, he is of this, and he is the Paramatma. This is in Paramatma Sandarbha. Then the Paramatma of the universe is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, of the universe. Then the Paramatma of every Jiva, that is Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So he's the goal. That's why he's the goal. That's why he's the goal. Yeah. But they're all Vishnu. But then they all have different features and they have different, this is the setup. This is how the setup is built.
And also it's interesting to know that in Prabhupada mentioned, he delivered the earth for the satisfaction of the demigods who are ever his devotees.
Yes.
I wonder why the demigods are so concerned about just one planet. Is it because it's the prime field of activity? I do know that in...
It is their managerial field of activity. So it is their job to manage. It is their responsibility. You know how in office you have responsibility, accountability, the RACI model? I don't know if you all go to office, but then they'll all keep talking about RACI. Responsibility, accountability, consulting, information, RACI. So then these guys are responsible and accountable. It is because of them. They say it doesn't rain, it's Indra's fault. But now then Indra has, okay, well, I'm not causing rain because of this reason. So then he is accountable. He has to justify why there is a drought. He has to justify. Yeah.
And it's interesting that Prabhupada mentioned the demigods were concerned.
Yeah.
But when I was actually looking at 13th chapter, it said that Manu was saying to Brahma, it is a dwelling place of all living entities. So it actually appears that Manu was primarily concerned. So that actually affected...
okay, so if you look at the hierarchy, there is Brahma, there are Prajapatis, and then there are Manus, and then the demigods. So everyone's concerned. Don't think that Brahma is not concerned here. He's also concerned. The guy just went and thrashed, Madhu, Bhumandala down, right? So it's pretty hardcore. If you go to Mathura, you will see Adi Vara's temple. Because it's explained that after all of this, then Lord Vara rested in Mathura. After all of this fighting, Lord Vara rests in Mathura. So you see Adi Vara temple there. Then you will see Lord Varadev with his tusk. We didn't get a chance to talk. The second line is Damshra Gam Gam. We didn't get a chance to discuss that. Maybe some other time. But that the tusk, and then in the tusk you will see the whole Bhumandala he's holding. If you go into that temple, you will see it. It's, I think, red Vara, Rakta Vara. He's red there. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Yes?
Very nice. Thank you very much for describing so nicely. So you describe your tattva and rasa.
Yes.
So confusion. Like, how should we deal with Krishna? Like,
Oh, he's rasa. You deal with him as a rasa. Yeah, you can't deal with him in tattva. It's very hard to deal with Krishna in tattva. Because when you get punched, right? You come in front of Krishna and somebody tells you, Prabhu, you deserved it. Your mouth is swollen here, it's red in color, and some guy comes up to you and say, Prabhu, you deserved it. That is tattva. Believe me, he's telling the truth in tattva. But at that time, maybe if he comes with the ice pack and puts it, isn't that better? So actually dealings, we rasa. We deal with Krishna and rasa. Yeah, so
we don't think like ourselves to be qualified to deal with Krishna.
Oh, okay, like that. Okay, sorry, you're talking like that. Yeah, so then that we build our. That's why sadhana bhakta, right? So we are building that process. So sadhana bhakti is application, Vasudeva. So we are building that process. So that's a Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. So that's why that shloka in Bhagavatam. Janayati asa vairagyam jnanam chayat hetukam. So this Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. So then the application is the Bhakti Yoga. So you are right. So then when we are cleaning the temple, we clean it nicely. Because this is Shankarshan. It's not anything else. Alright, so we're cleaning nicely. So yeah. So you guys are doing so much nicer. That's good.
I'd just like to add something.
Yeah.
I remember, do you also remember when Devamitra Swami came about 3-4 years ago, and then the chapter was going on that trees are this pile of Krishna.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked a question exactly like something to that. And I clearly remember Maharaj said, we have that knowledge, but we very quickly brush through it and move on.
Correct.
We just don't stuck over
We're not
there.
stuck on.
We don't, as the board is like,
Rasa.
Very
Very good.
we just quickly move
Quick. Yeah.
on. So we really did, and so
No, I mean, it's not like tattva doesn't have value, but we don't spend time on tattva. We don't spend. Like there are tattvavadis, we have Madhva Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya. They are tattvavadis, so they are very good in the tattva. In tattva, they are excellent. Excellent in tattva. If you want to learn tattva, you learn from them. They're super good at it. Now okay, yes, I understood the basic. Yeah, very good. Now Krishna. Now come to Krishna.
I have a question for you. So in Bhagavad Gita, it's a practical and a personal question in fact.
Yeah.
Just trying
Yeah.
to understand your perspective. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that my devotee, one of the qualities of my devotee is fearlessness.
Yes.
And then
Oh, it's very nice. Because the reason why I'm saying very nice is in our Bhakti Vriksha, just on Wednesday, we were doing 16.1. And so that is the shloka. That what are the divine qualities? Fearlessness, truthfulness. So all of this is very interesting. That same thing we were discussing. Yeah.
so fearlessness. And then also we hear that not a blade of grass moves
Yes.
without the speed of
Yes.
the Lord. So as devotee, how do we balance it out? Should we
Yes.
just do whatever we want to do and we should just have full faith that
Yeah.
nothing will happen to us without the sweet will
Yes.
of the Lord? So no matter even if we jump in the fire, if that's what Krishna wants, we will get burned. And if Krishna doesn't want that, we'll be fine. So
Yeah.
how do we
There's a very nice story. It's a very long story, but I'll cut it short. And devotees wanted to know who is the best devotee. Who's the blind poet? Krishna's. What's his name? I think Surdas. The blind guy, right? Yeah. Surdas and Vittal. What's his name? No. What is the devotee's name? T. Vittal, the one Vittal. No, Panduranga is the deity. You're right. Panduranga is the deity. You're all right, but I want to know the devotee's name. T. Anyway, so he's saying of these two, who is the most amazing devotee. So what they did was they let loose an elephant. And so then first this devotee, the Vittala devotee, he's there. Hi Krishna. So he's there. And so the elephant is coming towards, and he's a Vittala. And so the elephant came and then just, passed through him and went off running. So they are saying, such a great devotee. I forgot his name. With T, his name is. Anyway, so I'm just still in my head. I'm trying to get his name. Anyway, so he's there, and then Surdas is also there, and so then the same thing they do with Surdas. It's a long thing, but anyway, the elephant comes, and then they see Surdas is just walking. Suddenly he turns left and runs into the field. So then they say, "Arey, no magic, nothing. He just ran straight into the field." And then the elephant just, nobody's on the street, so the elephant just, and then just went off. So then they caught him, Surdas. What were you doing? He's saying, what I was doing? He was saying, I was walking, Krishna was in front. Then Krishna took stage, right and just ran into the field. So I ran behind Krishna. So he says, that's it. He's blind, so he doesn't know elephant is coming or not coming. He just, Krishna turned right. So I also ran with him. What I can do? He says, what do you want me to do? So devotees like that. So sometimes we are thinking, should we be, the warrior? Should we be should we be the mellowed person? Should we, like all of this. This is the journey. Like this is the rasa tattva that we deal with. So first thing we were telling that how do all these qualities come? Fearlessness, truthfulness, desire to not, insult anyone. Where are all these qualities coming from? The main principle is we have to recognize that Krishna is the proprietor. If we can first understand this principle that Krishna is the proprietor, all other qualities will come by itself. And this is the hard part, to recognize Krishna as proprietor. We've been living in this world so long. We can't give up our bank account. What we will think Krishna is the proprietor? If you genuinely believe Krishna is the proprietor, why do you have a bank account? Throw it in the bin. Oh, no, Krishna is proprietor, but I need my money. Little bit. Not little bit. So what is Sanatan Goswami shouting at his slave? To his servant. He's saying, why did you keep these gold coins? The hotel guys are dacoit. He recognized that you have coins. Immediately he goes and gives him all the money. Take. This is everything we have. The guy said, good you gave, we were going to kill you in the night. He told Sanatan Goswami, we were going to kill you in the night. So he's telling his servant, why are you keeping this 4 coins? He was saying, I was keeping for emergency. He says, what emergency? We are going to meet Lord Chaitanya. That is the emergency. Not that I'll keep my 4 gold coins. So that's why Sanatan, they are Sanatan, they are the Goswamis. We are not. Right? We are the Govdasas. So we are trying to understand the Goswamis. So, but yes.
Just on your, on this, when many years ago, there was this young girl that we know, and the temple president, I remember she did lots of donations, and my temple president, actually I saw it with my own, he returned her check.
Yeah.
And he said, please save it.
Yes, of course, you have to take care. Yeah.
He returned it.
No, Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj, a fellow had recently got initiated and he gave Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj all his money. So then he returned his money. Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj, he says, you take care of your family, man. He says, what are you doing? He says it's nice, it's good emotion. But then, the main thing here is this, Arjuna is trying to leave the battlefield. What is Krishna saying? So you leave the battlefield, fine. And then you go in the jungle. There you'll fight. You're a Kshatriya, it's your nature. Your nature is to fight. You're a Kshatriya. So you may think, okay, I don't want to fight here. No problem. You go in the jungle, you start fighting in the jungle. Because it's your nature. So similarly, we cannot, Vairagya is a market Vairagya, right? We should not become like the monkey. That I love the way Srila Prabhupada said, monkey didn't get the grapes from you, he's sitting on top of the tree. Naked. Monkey's naked, right? And you see the monkey's face. I don't know if you ever seen Vrindavan when they try to grab something from you. When you hold back, you see how the monkey sits. He'll go sit on top of the thing like this. As a great renunciate. I'm not even looking at what you have. Head turned that way. They don't do eye contact after that. Once they